My name is Advay, and today we are going to talk about a very famous person called Louis Braille. He was the person who managed to make the books come alive for the blind. That means he made books readable for the blind. He was the first person to achieve this feat. Many people thought that reading could be only used by your eyes. But what about the blind people? What will they read? What will they learn? So, Louis Braille was taught otherwise. He was a French boy, meaning he was born in France. When Louis Braille was 3 years old, he sat in his father's workshop and picked up a very sharp tool called an awl and played with it. As the sharp tool slipped from Louis's hand, he let out a terrible cry. His father rushed to him, but the damage was already done, meaning that already he was hurt. The stool had stuck him in one of his eyes. So Louis was taken to a hospital where the infection spread and got to the other eye. This way the boy became blind. Now he was ready to learn something, but how can he learn when he has no eyes? Let's find that out. So he went to school and he did well. And most importantly, he did not let his disability increase a bit more. Not even a bit. This serious was Louis Braille. Yeah. Then he learned about a school in France where where the blind can read. But so he didn't have any doubts to going to that school, and he packed his bag and went. But soon he figured out it was a difficult way for reading. The letters were large and raised up off the page. So if I put something very dark here, it would come off in the expression of another page, and you have to feel it. Like, for example, if I got a pencil here, but I need a paper. What about this? Okay, I'll use this. So, for example, I have this paper. So I plunge in very deep. Let me show you. Like, oh, I'll just show you. Let me do it. I plunge in many deep. And can you feel? I'll feel it. Oh yes, I can feel the dot. Yeah. The keen of skin is a very important thing. This might help you to locate objects, but not to read. So how did he manage to get the books alive for the blind? Let's figure that out. Then it took a few minutes to read each word, and the books were so bulky that Louis took about a minute to complete one sentence. By the time he had reached the end of one sentence, he almost forgot what the starting of the sentence was about. There must be a better way, he thought to himself. So now, what could he do? So he then found out there was a better way. He learned something about night riding. When the French army was looking for messages in the night, they could not use light as it would attract the enemy's attention. So what they did is the messages were raised above the page, like I just told you, like that example, and they could read it. So he found that was pretty amazing. So he managed to do it. He punched out the sentence with a blunt tool. The very tool that made him go blind would now help him to read. So he punched out a sentence with a blunt awl, meaning a not sharp awl, and he read it very quickly, and he found it made sense. His plan has worked. He had invented a new system for the books to come alive for the blind, and he was just 15 years old. So this is pretty amazing. This language, and there were 6 dots and 6 lines, and you could learn how to use it. You can track it and then use it. This was called Braille, which is, I think, named after his name, Braille. Excuse me. Yeah. So there was a special coin found in countries. Okay. So now this Braille has helped a lot of countries use to read out notes. The blind people can read maps and messages and all, due to Louis Braille's idea. Such an important man, isn't he? So this is the end of today's video. I hope you learned about Louis Braille. So please like and share this video with your friends and family. And if you want to see more of my videos, all you have to do is click on that red button with a subscribe button on it. Until the next video, bye.